the Tesla lease deal that just was announced is really quite good for Tesla. Let's talk about that. This is Randy Kirk, and we're going to be looking over the math, and I think you'll be surprised at how great this is for Tesla. If you like this kind of content, you know what to do. Hit the like button, and I love your comments, so keep on commenting. If you have thoughts about the lease deal, I'd love to know your thoughts. All right, let's dig right into the numbers here. Well, first of all, this lease deal is probably in response to the Treasury making the decision that the $7,500 IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act money, which was not going to be applied to foreign cars made in markets outside the United States, when purchased, would apply on leases. Now, this is an odd decision, but it appears to be a final decision. And that means that cars coming from South Korea or from China, et cetera, that come into the United States could be leased, and they would get to take advantage of the 7,500. Well, already Hyundai has said they're going to include that $7,500 in the formula on a lease. It will affect, obviously, then, therefore, the monthly payment, but it will also affect the end purchase price on the lease, because in most leases, the car company will buy the car back will allow you to buy the car at the end of the lease. So they have to figure out what that number might be in their analysis of how to rate the monthly payment on the lease to come out for them. Tesla, on the other hand, doesn't do that. They don't let you buy the car at the end of the lease, at least not contractually. I suppose they could always say, hey, here's a price you could buy the car at. They, I think, put these right onto the market in their used car plan, and make a lot of money on their leases as they expire by selling them in the used car market. Well, here's how Tesla is going to handle this. They're going to get to keep the $7,500. And so you have to figure that into the math of whether this is a cool deal for Tesla or not. So let's do that math now. A rear wheel drive Model 3 is $43,990. When you purchase it, the customer keeps the $7,500, and that reduces the effective price to $36,490. But then if Tesla leases it to the person, Tesla is the dealer. Tesla keeps the $7,500. They get the $399 a month for 36 months. That would be $14,364. They get $4,500 down, plus the $7,500. Altogether, that gives them $26,340 over the 3 years to put in their pocket. Now, currently, the value of a 3-year-old Tesla Model 3 is only about 10% less than the original price here of $43,990. I'm going to assume 80% instead of 90%. So they would generate a total with that 80% of the value left at the end. This would put a total of $56,340 into their pocket, as opposed to the $43,990 that they would have sold it for in the first place. If they sell it used, there's another $4,000 that goes to the consumer. In this particular case, we're assuming that would mean they could raise the price of used cars by $4,000, because the consumer would be perfectly happy to receive the car at the 80% level. So that $4,000 should go in their pocket as well. I'm not going to count that, but you can. All right. So this is a really good deal for Tesla. I don't see how you can cut it or slice it any other way. In fact, I think they could, as I've said in an earlier couple of my videos, they could probably take the amount down even further to $299 or say $349. And now comes kind of the next step in this. Tesla says right on their when you're leasing the car, they say, hey, by the way, you're also going to save $60 a month in gas. So that means that the real cost to the customer compared to an ICE car would be $339 a month instead of $399 a month. But if you change that to $349 instead of $399, now you're down to $289. So anyway, lots of ways to play with the numbers. You could advertise that, you could promote that as a $299 a month or a $289 a month, or even now at a $339 a month sounds pretty darn good. So this is an incredibly good deal for Tesla. It's an incredibly good deal for the consumer, or is it? The consumer probably is better off to buy the car. So that becomes a whole nother issue. That's between the consumer and their own thinking in terms of the amount they have available for a down payment and the amount that they have per month to pay. And that's how most people end up in leases, is they don't have the down payment and they don't have the monthly payment. So pick your poison. So by the way, to make a comparison, the Model Y is still at $609. So a month, I'm sorry, that's a month on the lease. That provides Tesla with $22,000 of lease income, roughly, plus $4,500 on the down payment, or the amount due with at the time of lease, plus $7,500, or a total of $36,000, and the car will be worth easily $40,000 at the end, giving them $76,000 when the car could have been purchased at the time for $53,490. So the Model Y lease is a really, really good deal for Tesla. And of course, again, as mentioned by them in the earnings call and by me in earlier videos, Tesla, they have plenty of cash, so they become the leasing agent on these. They make all the money. It's not a third party. Now, third-party leasors can certainly do this, but I'm just talking about the way that Tesla does it on their website. So really good deal for Tesla, very good deal for the consumer if that's what they want. I would expect maybe the Model Y lease number to come down at some point, or not, but maybe. And I also would expect this lease offer, some kind of lease offers like these, to be made in other markets, because it's a way better deal than just dropping the price. This is something I've maintained for a long time. I talked about it for the very first time in the book, The Elon Musk Mission. If you haven't got your copy yet, you need to get a copy of the Elon Musk Mission, and then you'll be ahead of everybody else on a lot of this content. So you know what to do if you like the content, and it's been great talking to you today.
Click the link below to get your paperback, Kindle, or audiobook now.